but for Long Island. Two schools just about 10 minutes apart, arch rivals meeting for the 43rd time. Well, hi again, everybody. I'm Barry Landers, joined by Bob Rule on a magnificent day for lacrosse. And Bob, two teams that know each other well. What can we expect this afternoon?
Well, I'll tell you, the last time they played, Adelphi felt they were a little too conservative. They ran a zone defense that allowed Post to throw the ball around, play their kind of game. Today, what Adelphi wants to do is up-tempo their game. I think you're going to see a lot of run and gun, a lot of offense today.
Well, Post came from behind to win that last meeting, 9-8. They were down 8-6 with a couple of minutes to go in that game. Speaking of Adelphi, they're a club that has some terrific talent on offense, and they've got a midfielder by the name of Anthony Bacone, who's a dandy.
Well, Anthony Bacone's got attackman statistics. He is a terrific, gritty midfielder. He's their face-off guy at 68%. He's got over 50 points. He's going to come up big today for Adelphi to have a good chance of winning.
Well, Mark Mangan is another star, a young man from Australia who can light it up. He is a guy that is number 2 in the nation in Division II in scoring. You look at CW Post, this is Tommy Postel's perhaps his best team since they've gone down to Division II. They're loaded, they're deep, and of course they've got a very talented attack led by Todd Bolognese.
Well, look at Todd Bolognese. He's almost Anthony Bacone's like on the Post team. He is a gritty, tough attackman. They want to get the ball to him in big situations. He'll dish it out. He'll score. He'll do anything it takes to win. At the end of the game today, he'll be spent. He'll give it his all.
Well, perhaps the winning team will be the team that is hungriest today, that wins the battle of the ground balls. And our colleague, Jim Cavallo, returns with a chat with both coaches. Get set for exciting championship lacrosse coming up next.
For NCAA Division II National Championship Lacrosse. Jimmy Cavallo standing by with our two head coaches. We start with head coach from Adelphi University, Sandy Capitos, in his 5th year. And coach, this is becoming commonplace for you. 4th time you guys here. You've lost the last 2, but let's face it, getting here is an accomplishment in itself.
I think it's a credit to the staff and the kids that we have in the program. They've worked very hard over the years, and I think it's a sign of some consistency in the program, and I'm proud of the kids and proud of my staff.
When you look at your team right now, an outstanding year, but one blemish you can look at, the loss to CW Post, a game you guys led by a couple goals late. Did you guys get out of Adelphi Lacrosse in that game and do some things, maybe slow it down you weren't used to?
Well, I don't know if we got out of Adelphi Lacrosse. I know that we did some things defensively that tended to slow the pace of the game down. I felt it was something that we needed to do to deal with some of the offensive firepower that CW Post has. And I mean, if I, again, would have thought that we'd have held them to 9 goals, I would assume that we would have come out with a win, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way.
When you look at your opponent, you know Post plays defense with some of the best lacrosse programs ever. What's the strategy today for attacking these guys?
Well, I think we have to control the ball. I mean, I think face-offs are going to be a key. We need ball possession, and we need quality sets when we do possess the ball on the offensive end of the field.
All right, Coach, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Going for his 2nd national championship as a head coach. We turn to CW Post. Coach Tommy Postel, a CW Post Hall of Famer, 13th year. And Coach, for you too, you were here in '96. You won it. You're back again. An outstanding year for you guys.
Yeah, our team did a nice job this year. We ended up 10-1. We had one loss up at Rochester against Nazareth. We had a young team the year before, since the last time we were in the championship, and we felt that we would be a good team this year.
You know, out here in New Jersey, New Brunswick, and it's really a Long Island flavor, this game. It's for the bragging rights. We know about the proximity of these two teams. What do you think about going up against Adelphi for this national championship?
Well, it can be anyone, okay? This year it's Adelphi. Adelphi and Post go back a long time. They've really dominated the series. You know, we enjoy playing them, okay? They offer an awful lot on the field, okay? And it stresses our team to a certain degree to play a program like Adelphi, but we think we're ready.
When you look at this Adelphi team, kind of an up-tempo, showtime style of offense, they can really score. You guys have one of the best keepers in the nation, one of the best defenses in the nation. What's the strategy for Post today?
Well, we're not going to change our defensive strategy. We play man-to-man, sloughing man-to-man. We support, we reduce, we back up. We try not to get too spread out. And they talking about changing the tempo of the game and running up and down the field. That's fine too. You know, Sandy made a good point. It's the key to the game is controlling the ball. Both teams have to control the ball. You got to possess the ball. So, you know, we know their weapons. They know our weapons. The kids have to get out on the field and play the game.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, Jim.
That's the Hall of Famer right there, Tommy Postel. We are just moments away from NCAA Division II. The national championship is coming up next. Come on back.
They're actually pretty cool. Professors are interesting, and I'm learning a lot.
Well, if we take the internet and tie...
Started the co-op job I got through the Career Center. Great experience. And I get paid. Tons to do on campus, having a great time. I told you, you should have come to Post.
The choice is clear. CW Post, Long Island University.
Uncompromising.
All Lacrosse stores. Come visit one of our 4 locations in East Meadow, Hauppauge, Huntington, and Manhasset. If you're looking for a lacrosse stick, come in and customize one to your specific needs. You design it, and we'll create it in under 1 week. We carry the largest inventory of lacrosse equipment on Long Island. When it comes to lacrosse fashion, Lacrosse Unlimited stocks the most complete selection of shorts, shirts, hats, and sportswear. Nobody services the lacrosse community like Lacrosse Unlimited.
Back at Yurcak Field on the campus of Rutgers University, the NCAA Division II Championship. The Adelphi Panthers and CW Post Pioneers for a big crowd here at Yurcak Field. Rutgers home soccer and lacrosse field. You see the Adelphi Panthers and the CW Post Pioneers getting set to go. How about that post attack?
Okay, if you look right now, they're very well balanced, but Bolognese is really the heart and soul of the team. They want to get the ball to him in really key situations. Chamberlain, however, is their point guy. He's their quarterback. He'll be the guy who really directs the offense.
Well, it's a goaltender's delight when you've got a defense that they've got, CW Post, the best in Division II coming into the game today.
And it's a real surprise because he graduated 2 All-Americans last year. These kids have come in and meshed great with Fredericks. And I want to point out Fredericks' 68% average, which is terrific at any level. This kid is the best goalie in Division II, and he's facing a kid who thinks he might be the best Division II goalie in Kaluza, who's very close. This could come out, too, what goalies are.
And we'll take a look at the Adelphi starting lineup, and, of course, on attack, they've got a dandy attack right there, Tower, Maselli, and Mangan. And midfield's also excellent. Flaherty could be a key in this game.
Yeah, Flaherty didn't do much that first game. He's got a real hard outside shot. If they shut down Pacone, they got to go to Flaherty.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the matchups in this game. The last time these two clubs played, Adelphi tried to slow the pace down, played a zone defense. It was successful for a while. Then Post was able to come away with a come-from-behind victory, 9-8, scoring 3 goals in the final quarter.
Well, one of the things that Adelphi feels, they get a little more depth. On a hot day, you run a zone, it goes to the advantage of the team with less depth. I think what you've got out here now, if I'm the coach, I'm saying, if at the end of this game you have anything left at all, you haven't played hard enough. This is for all the marbles right now.
Well, these two teams know about playing in championships. The 3rd time they've met for a national title. Adelphi's 4th straight year in the national championship. They're like the Buffalo Bills a little bit in football.
But here's an interesting thing right now. They're running 2 long sticks on the midfield. They really want to get the ball. If not, they want to play defense starting at the midfield.
Anthony Pacone facing off. And off the bat, illegal procedure. Our referee, and we've got a dandy crew. We'll give you the officials in just a moment. But right now, we're underway right here.
Yeah, David Kelly's going to mark Pacone. Wherever Pacone goes, Kelly's going to be right in his pocket.
So we'll set the lineup for you. And the first shot goes wide of the goalkeeper, Vin Fredericks. And ball battled for, and finally coming up with it. And a very alert keeper, and that is Vin Fredericks, number 1 in the nation. And now they'll look for transition here. Post got a lot of depth. They'll like to push the ball up if they can. We'll set their lineup for you. Number 5 is Luis Gonzalez in the midfield with number 10, Dave Loyacano, and number 32, Anthony Santamaria. And on attack, it's Bolognese 3, Jaworowski 17, and Gavin Chamberlain 23. A lot of weapons out there.
What I like is their balance. That's right. If you shut their attack down a little bit, they've got a midfield that can score. That's what I like about this Post team. They've got good balance on offense.
Now Post working the ball unselfishly. Cross speed. Luciano's shot broken up in front. Calusa with the save.
Now, Calusa's a linebacker playing goalie. He's got that big body, kid from Garden City, and had a good position on the ball and made a nice save.
Dave Loyacano, number 11, with 17 goals. And now Adelphi looks to clear. Sean McCormick, number 37, trying to get it across. Ball loose. Both teams are used to playing on grass. This is just a beautiful field, and just couldn't ask for better conditions.
Rutgers has done an absolutely outstanding job of getting this field in great shape for a game. You could not play on a better field than this anywhere in the world for a lacrosse game.
So we'll see what Adelphi can do offensively here. The guy to keep an eye on is, of course, number 3, Anthony Picone, along with number 23, Mark Mangan. And that shot from the outside whistled wide.
Now, little thing, Scott Janko is a converted midfielder, converted attacker playing midfield. He played the shooter then with a stick on the wrong side. You want your stick upfield, so if he dodges, your stick's in the way for a shot. Wasn't that way then.
Mangan, who had 3 goals, 2 assists. The last time these two clubs played, checked there. They're going to pay very close attention to him.
Almost, and Mangan's got to stop forcing the ball. He had 3 men on him. He's got to pass it if he gets a chance.
Low, hard shot by Charlie Flaherty, the lefty. And the save made by Vinnie Fredericks. And Mark Ford has joined us. And Mark, former assistant coach at Rutgers and now with Shamrock Lacrosse, your early impressions?
It just seems that they both want to establish their own tone. They're getting all their nervousness out, and they're looking to try to establish some type of tempo. Right now, there's a loose ball. Here we go.
And both teams a little bit nervous right now, playing before the big crowd. And right now, Post picking up that ground ball. The winner of ground balls could be the winner of this game.
That's the old coaching cliche. Pick up a ground ball. Whoever picks up more ground balls and wins more face-offs, generally it translates into ball control and more offensive opportunities.
Well, this is Loicoano, number 10, going behind. Coming around, got checked. Good defensive job by Dan DeBetta, number 24. One of the things that Tommy Postel likes to do is to try to create matchups against the short stick.
Exactly.
So he had Luis Gonzalez inverting there, number 5, who was one of their principal offensive midfielders, as he went behind as we look at Greg Calusa. And he is quite a young goaltender, number 2 in the nation, out of Garden City. Second team NICAC right behind his opposite number on the other end, Vinnie Fredericks.
You know something? If I'm second team, what do you think I want to show in the field? That I should have been first team, especially in a game like today. That's what he's trying to do right now, show that he's good. That's competition. That's what you want to do if you're a goalie.
Mark, how about the ride here? We see the
They're doing
goalie.
They're doing a little drop back ride. Not much pressure on the ball at all.
Yeah, they're trying to prevent a fast break. They get back. If you make a mistake, fine. If you don't, you're not going to beat us on a fast break.
This is Chris Babb, number 2, who brought it down. Off to Flaherty, 41. We'll set the midfield for you right now. Rich Vizlaki, the second midfield unit. 2 of the 3 are second midfielders out there right now.
Well, he's a former high school teammate at Picone at Lindbergh. A real hard-nosed ball player. Not much of a scorer, but plays great defense. Works hard with the ball and off the ball.
Transfer from St. John's. Of course, they dropped their program a few years ago. Had a fine Division I program under Bill Miltenberg. Now a little patience shown on the part of Adelphi. No score in case you're just tuning in. We've played about 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Barry Landers along with Bob Rule and Mark Ford, as Vizlaki will take his man behind, taking Ernie Thompson with a short stick behind.
And one little thing, look at Vin Fredericks, the goalie. He's a lefty. That is an advantage for goaltender because good shooters are used to shooting to the left side.
Babb worked right into a double there. Good defense by the Pioneers. Loose ball. Flaherty trying to rake at it on the grass. And Flaherty will shovel it off to his teammate. This is Maselli, number 5, who's done an excellent job this year.
Back door's open.
Maselli, number 3 scorer with 28 goals, 41 points. And now we watch the brilliant Mark Mangan.
Mangan's problem is he only goes left-handed. He will not put his stick in his right hand. Ooh.
Well, he hit the post there.
On a backhand. How many backhands do you see in lacrosse? That's more like a hockey shot.
Ernie Thompson leading the fast break, the 6'2 sophomore from Farmingdale, as he brought it down. And the pass goes right by his teammate, and it goes out of bounds. So the Pioneers with an unforced error there. Charlie Jaworowski was the intended receiver of that pass.
You know, I think, Barry, one thing both teams have to do is move the ball around a little bit more. What they're doing is catching it, looking around, maybe making one dodge and coming out, and everything's allowing the defense to settle in. I think both teams have to move the ball around offensively, and then as Mark shouted out earlier, as a true coach would, all of a sudden the backside will get open. Get it to him.
That's right.
How about the ride again here, Mark, as we're seeing a little pressure and forcing Calusa to come up and play the ball a little bit.
He's shutting off the goalie right now, looking to make an errant pass. Here the guy comes back over the midfield line. Easy clear.
So Adelphi with possession in a scoreless first quarter. Looking to get on the board here. And as Babb was getting that shot, he had it checked, lost it out of his cross, and the ball goes back over. Right now to Adelphi. They'll put it in play. This is Picone, number 3. Anthony Picone, Player of the Year in the NICAC Conference, coming in and scoring.
Nice
Anthony
move.
Picone with his 34th goal of the year. and Adelphi takes a 1-0 lead.
You got to remember, he's 5'9", 210 pounds. He is a bull. And then he just beat David Kelly to the inside. What Kelly's got to do is when he rolls to the inside. Now watch this. He rolls to the inside. Kelly's got to use his body. He didn't use his body, and Picone uses his strength. A nice slow bounce shot. Bang, goal.
Oh, nice inside roll. The guy did not push him below the goal line extended. He had the angle and nice bounce shot.
That's right. He's got to push him behind with his body. A guy like Picone is going to drive right through your stick if you try to stick check him.
That's going to be a matchup that we'll watch all day. David Kelly, who normally plays against the attack man, playing against the midfielder. Right. And Kelly, perhaps in Tom Postel's judgment, is the best that he's ever had since they've gone to a Division II program.
Well, he's got it, and it's a best on the best, in effect. That's what we're talking about right now, because Picone is their big threat on offense. If you can control him, Mangan doesn't get the ball as much.
Both players know each other well from high school on Long Island. Picone went to Lynbrook, and, of course, David Kelly played with that great Bethpage team, coached, of course, by our good friend. And a shot and a save there. A.J. Hogan played on that team.
Well, like a solid day for Syracuse. A lot of good players.
Broken up. Adelphi with it again. Scramble. Mangan in the middle of it. And they score!
22.
Talking about the loose balls, picking them up. They pick up there. Rich Vizlaki, I believe, is the man who scored. And Adelphi, the ever alert. No, check it. It's number 26. A little tough to pick up from our view. And that's Brad Ross. Brad Ross, a junior, with his 8th goal of the year.
Ball's on the ground. If you're a defensive player, you're supposed to knock guys down and check sticks. Ross picked it up, threw really a screen right off the crease. If you're defensive players, knock the guy down. Check his stick, knock the guy down as soon as the ball hits the ground in front of the crease. That's why. It's too dangerous.
Ross, another Australian, who came over with Mark Mangan, and Adelphi scores again. Anthony Picone right off the face-off, and the Panthers, looking to avenge their loss earlier this year against C.W. Post, take a 3-0 lead, Bob.
Right off the face-off. There's where Picone is the most valuable player. Not only does he win 68% of his face-offs, but he's the leading scoring midfielder. I said before, he's got statistics that most attackmen would love.
But Bob, no slide. No slide. He stands up. Somebody's got to take body there.
Exactly. They haven't bodied the last 2 goals. Both times Post has not bodied the attack, the person who's taking the shot.
And Tommy Postel will take a timeout right here. So Anthony Picone has lit it up twice in the early going. He was held to 1 goal the first time these two clubs met. And Bob, we highlighted Anthony Picone because we felt this transfer from the University of Massachusetts perhaps could be the best midfielder in Division II lacrosse.
I absolutely think he is based on what we've seen. But the important thing is Picone never even has to score a goal, and he's still a terrific midfielder. You win 68% of your faceoffs. You play tough defense like he does to pick up ground balls. You're still valuable. Throw that scoring in, and he is devastating at this level.
I think you're going to need an adjustment on the faceoff. Whether you bring a wing guy in to take body on him, let's change his game up a little bit so he's not going to win, go down fast break score.
The first faceoff, they used 2 long sticks on either wing, to, in effect, giving up maybe the fast break on offense to prevent the fast break on defense. That's what I think they've got to do.
One of the things that Tommy Postel pointed out in talking about Vinnie Fredericks, he feels obviously his numbers speak for themselves. He's got the best goals against, best save percentage in Division II. But at times, he lets one in early, and it seems to hurt him. But he does come up big in the big game.
You know what I always think? When you're a goaltender, you want to make that first couple of saves to get yourself into a rhythm. Now, he made a good save in the first one, but now he's been rocked for 3 quick shots that were good shots, and the ball's gone by him.
Well, he had 16 saves in the 9-8 win over Adelphi.
Note this, that both post wingmen are playing on the defensive side of the field to cut off the fast break. You'll note that the Adelphi guys are playing across, one on the offense, one on the defense.
Good point, Bob. And on this beautiful field, able to pick it up easily, scramble for the ball. And Gonzalez will try to get it, runs into his own teammate, and a procedure penalty.
Now, there's a mistake you see in high school. The rule is, for people not familiar with the game, is until one team gains control in the neutral section, you cannot cross that line where that N is on the NCAA if you're a defenseman or attackman. The post attackman ran over the line before there was possession. Possession was called, so Adelphi gets the ball. Not a good mistake.
Our referee is Scott Boyle. We'll give you the other officials. The umpire, Tommy Abbott. Tim Murray, the field judge. Terry Cullen, the chief bench official. Tom Holland is the penalty keeper, and Jim Carroll, the timekeeper. An outstanding crew working this NCAA Division II championship game. Good feed on the crease, and they score again. Chris Babb off the beautiful feed from behind the cage.
It goes back to what Mark Ford said. Mark says they found the backside. You move the ball quickly, find the backside before they slide. Bang. Very good shot against a lefty goalie.
Quick back to...
Now watch it. Look at that. The backside. Look at that. Good shot. Far side. He had enough time to pick it up. Mark Mangan to Chris Babb. Excellent play.
You know, they talk about Mangan just his scoring. He's got 42 goals, but he has 28 assists.
Right.
And that was a beautiful setup right there. Let's check in with Jimmy Cavallo right now.
You know, gentlemen, I had a chance a moment ago to listen to Tom Postel, head coach of CW Post, as his team now trails 4-0. Of course, his problems are with his defense. He was all over his defensive guys. He says, Adelphi is beating us to every ground ball. We have to get more aggressive. Defense is what we do. He said, gentlemen, when they set up offensively, our outside guys, we must attack. Come on, guys. This is why we're here. Back upstairs to Barry.
All right, good point. Right now, the Pioneers have the ball, Mark, and what do you look for them to try to do? Show some patience to set up a good scoring opportunity here?
Maybe just move the ball around, get the nerves out a little bit. You don't want to just stand around. You may want to go make some cuts, some picks, get some movement in the offense.
All right, Scott Janko, number 11 out there. Swings it behind. Out there right now, number 23 is Chamberlain. Back to Janko, had the game-winning goal the last time these clubs met. The only shot he took of the game came off the bench and won it. He'll remember that for a long time. On the crease, trying to get the shot off, but it was blocked, was Charlie Jaworowski, Bob.
Now look, too, I look at Adelphi's defense. They're a little bit bigger than Post defense, and they're a little bit more physical.
Brian Tower trying to go cross-cage with that feed, but Fredericks anticipated it, broke it up.
It was nice because he was wide open. Fredericks doesn't knock that down. We've got a
delayed penalty.
We've got an offside call coming against Adelphi here, so it's a free shot.
If he gets it, doesn't hit the ground, or he doesn't go out of the box. This is where the teams fail a lot of times, I think. Yep. You have a free shot. Work to get that shot off.
On the crease, he had a man there, but the pass went behind Todd Bolognese, and now the 30-second penalty will go into effect. And as far as man up is concerned, CW Post operating at about 27%, which isn't all that good, 19 for 71.
And it's interesting. Tom Postel is one of the greatest attackmen ever to play this game, and he was absolutely devastating on man up when he played. Take it from me because I played against him, I know. So you would think they'd be a little bit more efficient.
Let me correct that. It's going to be a slashing penalty, a 1-minute penalty. And we didn't see the initial penalty. We saw the flag drop, Bob.
Yeah, I thought it was offsides. I thought the guy had skipped over the line.
Adelphi man down has done a terrific job, almost 81% kill ratio. Only 17 goals given up and 87 shorthanded chances.
Looks like they're in a 2-3 zone right now.
Gonzalez has an outside shot, has got a cannon, number 5. They'll work it behind on the wing. Up top, Gonzalez. Pass broken up. Good job again by the Adelphi defense.
You know what I saw? Post was very mechanical then. They were saying this is what we do rather than adjusting as athletes to what Adelphi was running as a defense. And Adelphi just picked that ball off.
Mark Reeves did a nice job clearing it, number 42. Still a man down. Of course, the new rule this year, in the past, if you got it in the box, the penalty would be released, but now it's still in effect.
I don't quite understand this. They should double the ball and try to get it back because they're going to be up man, and they're down by 4 goals.
David Kelly trying to force a turnover. Did he go out of bounds? No, timeout call.
Nice timeout by Capito. Sandy Capito's the coach of Adelphi, realizing that, look, he's up by 4 goals. He doesn't want to lose the ball and have them score while they're a man down. So he gets the ball behind now. He can reset his offense.
Well, Sandy Capitos knows what it is to win. He worked under Paul Daugherty, and of course, Paul Doc Daugherty, what a great name in lacrosse. Adelphi has had some terrific teams.
What I love is that in Garden City, there were 2 Doc Daughertys.
Yep.
The coach at Garden City High School is called Doc Daugherty, and the coach at Adelphi for many years was Doc Daugherty.
Mark, you surprised. I mean, we saw a big surprise in the game yesterday. Loyola falling behind very quickly to Maryland. A real blowout to start the game. Here today, we're seeing the same thing happen in the Division II championship.
Same thing, and when we were at the quarterfinals last week, we saw big runs, 8-goal runs by Princeton, and I think that's what you're going to need here. CW Post can't panic right now. They have to make their own run, get back into their game plan. It's very early. There's a lot of time left.
And they got a lot of guns out there. As you said, it's a good point, Mark. You usually get runs in lacrosse. The key is if you score 5, only let them score 3 when they run. Don't panic.
Well, the Pioneers won the national championship 2 years ago against this Adelphi team.
Let's not forget yesterday, too, Healy was in the goal for Maryland.
Where did he come from?
Manhasset kid.
Bob Rule, who coaches at Manhasset. Good job here, and a shot wide. Excellent job by Picone to beat the double.
And Picone beats it with really sheer strength. He goes between both of them.
So Picone
draws a slashing penalty, too.
And that will give Adelphi a man up. They operated 24%. Not that good. 17 for 70.
But you know what I like? Capitos is saying, all right, it's the last game of the season. I'm going to give it to my best player whenever I can. Picone's got 2 goals. He just drew a penalty. He's faced off, won a couple of face-offs, including that fast break where he scored. He's doing everything right now.
Todd Postel serving the penalty, the coach's son. So it'll be interesting to hear the comments later. Right now,
the second one. Seth Tierney also plays for Princeton for Bill Tierney.
Mark Magan working behind, quarterbacking the club right now on the wing. Up top. Off to Flaherty, who has that hard left-handed shot. Good job by the defender to block it. Timmy Fagan, number 30.
You know that, Barry? Underhand, wind up 3 times, try to shoot, finally gets blocked. Got to get that shot off quicker. Better to be quick than get more velocity on it.
Anthony Picone has scored twice so far in the early going for Adelphi. Ross the other goal along with Babb. Flaherty makes it 5-0 with an extra man goal.
And he just rocketed that ball weak side and nobody picked him up. No one slid out.
So the young man, a transfer from Herkimer, who played at Sachem High School, comes up with a rocket here.
Now watch this. They're going to find the backside, which is what they're moving the ball around nicely. He gets it. Now nobody's moving for post right there. Nobody. And bang, he just beats the guy with a good shot.
It was a replay of the shot prior. You would think they'd have an earlier slide coming up on the
So Charlie Flaherty with his 23rd goal. He's had 9 goals in his last 4 games. Talking about guy hot at the right time. And the depth of Adelphi, stunning post. It was post this year looking at a club that had so much depth, but
you know something, Barry? They beat these guys by a goal earlier. I don't care what you say. It's very hard to beat a good team twice in the season. The post guys see it in the back of their mind and saying, we can win. We can win. We beat them before.
Well, Flaherty coming up with goal number 5 on the extra man situation. 4:05 to go here in this first quarter. And Adelphi stunning CW Post 5-0. Post has got to change the momentum. Santa Maria, number 32, with 13 goals.
Now, I only think they've got 1 shot on goal. I think early on, Kaluza made a save. I can't recall a shot since then, beginning of the quarter.
Looks like they're changing up their offensive set a little bit here.
Again, they're trying to take the short stick behind. They've got Brad Ross defending on the short stick. Good look in front, but a good check from behind as that shot was taken.
Now, I'm watching Adelphi with a lot of confidence, especially defensively.
Well, Chamberlain got that shot off. Just as he got the shot off, he was checked. And on the ball, Mangan kept it alive on the field. Goosed up. And Gonzalez now for the Post Pioneers.
You know, it's the little things, Barry. I'm not quite sure why Kaluza gave the ball away then.
Another forced pass. He was trying to get it to Bolognese. And again, Adelphi winning the battle of the ground balls. Here's Flaherty on the fast break opportunity. Off to big Brian Tower, the 6'4", 225-pounder. A freshman out of Hicksville has had a fine season. 20 goals. He's a finisher. And this is number 10 working the ball for the Adelphi Panthers. Brian Tower dropped it off now. Well, they'll play a little keep away here. Work the clock. Anthony Saccone, number 15, junior out of Port Washington in the game right now. Transfer from Nassau Community. He's a Brahma Bull, and he'll try to beat his man coming around here. Very strong kid. Gets the shot off. And Vince Fredericks, who had the best save percentage in the country, who's given up 5 goals already when he only gives up 6 a game, made a save there that he had to make.
A good save, too. A good low shot, but he's a lefty goalie. They threw it right into his stick, which is why it's nice to be a lefty goalie.
Looking for something here. They need something to change the momentum. Chamberlain is 23. He's out there on the attack now with Jaworowski. And this is Todd Bolognese drawing a penalty. And it'll be a man-up situation as the penalty will be assessed, I believe, against Sean McCormick, number 37.
Got a hold. He got him up in the face. That's really what you teach an attacker. When a defenseman gets a little bit behind you, sticks a stick in front of you, try to drive through it, and invariably try to hold you. That's just what happened now. It's a good play by Bolognese to draw that hold.
Well, Post needs something, Mark, for it.
They really do. This is a key man up. Last time, I don't even know if they got a shot in the man up. So
actually, yeah, what ended up down the other end, and Picone drew a foul, and Adelphi ended up scoring. So they've got to be a little less tentative. Move the ball around, look for a shot.
Scott Jankow is a guy that they might go to. Working it behind now. Loyacano, number 10. Good-looking senior from Ridge out of Longwood. Pass again. They're not sharp. And again, Adelphi picking up that loose ball.
That pass was deflected on a nice play by the
Dan
defender.
DeBetta rifles one with a long stick. And that would almost hit a window in the car.
On the other,
hit the tailgaters.
The far parking lot.
A few of those tailgaters maybe have to stop drinking that beer and pay a little more attention.
The fenceman's dream. You come down and ram that ball.
Flaherty will swing it behind. Barry Landers along with Bob Rule, Mark Ford, NCAA Division II championship, deflected out of bounds. It'll still stay in the hands of the alert Adelphi Panthers with 1:27 to go. If you're Sandy Capitos, you couldn't have designed it any better to start this game this way.
Yeah, the interesting thing is you don't want to give this up. It's all fire right now, and then you start playing not to lose and conservative. And Post has got the offensive the power to come back again on you.
Well, again, remember that Post came back trailing 8-6 late in the fourth quarter to beat him. 9-8 the last time they played. So right now, Adelphi looking at the clock with 1:10 to go. Flaherty working against Kelly, who picks him up. And he gets a shot. And hustling to the ball. Adelphi, good job that time by Chris Babb.
Now the question then is, was that a shot? I'm not quite sure.
Not much angle.
He had no angle at all. He came in right-handed, and I kind of got to goose it over the top of the goal.
They have numbers.
And they'll go to the cage here. Good save by Fredericks down low. It's another shot and a score. So denied once. He comes back with the goal. Rich Vizlaki. He was stopped once, came back on the rebound, and he now has made it a stunning 6-0 lead for Adelphi.
Barry, we talk about ground balls. Twice now on the crease. It's Adelphi picking up the ground balls and scoring goals. There's Vizlaki. Terrific play. I mean, just a real hustling type of play.
So Rich Vizlaki scores. And, you know, we talked about the depth and balance. You got Ross and Babb and Vizlaki, not your big scorers. They have 3 of the 6 goals.
But they're gritty, you know, Barry. Again, ground balls can be everything in the game. And right now, Adelphi's picking up all the ground balls.
Face-off one
and
again.
Good job. Gonzalez could not win that face-off. Picone won it. And once again, this is Chris Babb. A transfer from St. Andrews, a Division II school down in North Carolina. And we get a whistle.
Now, what you see there, people not familiar with the game, that's a push without possession, which means if the other team picks it up, you lose control of the ball, which is what happened then.
Post down with time running out. 22 seconds to go. A disastrous first quarter. Gonzalez forced wide against the defender, number 44. And that was Keith Lohmuller.
10 seconds.
Down to 9. Trying to come around now is Loicoano. And that will go down to 2 seconds left here.
Here's what you do, Barry. Everybody gets on the crease, feed the crease. Hope maybe draw a foul or a quick stick. Can do it.
And that will do it. So the Adelphi Panthers look like Panthers in that first quarter as they storm the Pioneers.
And the Pioneers look like sheep, I'm telling you right now, because they just did not play their game.
After one, Adelphi 6, CW Post nothing in the NCAA Division II championship game. We'll be right back.
The New York Lacrosse Academy has been teaching boys and girls ages 7 through 17 in winter, spring, and summer at convenient indoor and outdoor facilities on Long Island. Our program is designed and taught by individuals who excel at working with youngsters. Students are grouped according to age, size, and skill level. The New York Lacrosse Academy is dedicated to giving every player a fun experience with maximum professional and personal instruction. Call Bob and Barbara Schwab at 628-3305 and let your child have the experience of a lifetime.
Along with Bob Rule, Mark Ford, back here at beautiful Rutgers University, where the second quarter is underway. And let's see if the Post Pioneers can answer back. Well, Tommy Postel's club down 5 and now 6-0. And look at Adelphi, how aggressive they are to the ball, Bob.
Well, the interesting thing is I think Post has got to play with more intensity, and Adelphi's got to keep up. Look at ground balls. Adelphi 15, Post 6, and that tells right there who's dominating this game. Shots, Adelphi 19, Post 5. I don't think Post had too many on the goal.
Opportunity for Post to try to get on the board, but they mishandle the play. Herrenkow, 25, was trying to get it off to Gavin Chamberlain, 23, and it got broken
Never
up.
got it. But you know what I like? The aggressiveness, the post end. Pick up that ground ball and driving down. They know they've got to up tempo. They've got to increase the intensity, both offensively and defensively.
No question
to come
about
back. The other thing we're going to talk about, Barry, a little bit, there's been a 20-day layoff for both teams right now. Maybe Adelphi had a little time to heal, a little time to concentrate on how to beat post teams.
Well, right now, Matt Ansey has come into the game. We'll pick up some changes for you. Adelphi with the ball. Matt Ansey has come in defensively for the CW Post Pioneers, number 39.
You know, another important thing, Barry, is this allows Pacone to stay off the field now. Here's a guy who does so much. Now they can keep him off the field and have him fresh for maybe the third and fourth quarter, a little bit fresher.
Richie Vislaki, who got his 5th goal of the year. A young man from St. John's who has done an excellent job as a complimentary player. Now they're getting a little bit of a warning here.
Right. Well, he's got 10 seconds to get in the box, so here he goes.
Flaherty, the lefty, swings it. Goal line extended. This is Mangan. Mangan coming around and scores with a left hand low shot.
Boy, a low drive to the far corner. I'll tell you, they are as hot as firecrackers right now.
Mark Mangan coming up with his first goal. He assisted on one earlier, and it is now 7-0 in a stunner.
Now watch this. He just outright beats his defenseman. Here he comes. Mangan takes it, puts it in his left hand. Now he is a good scorer. Comes around. He's a tiger coming around. He gets a half step out of his defenseman, and watch him come around, shoot low. That's a great shot because he beats Tim Fagan because the goalie's got to keep the stick high. He drops the stick real quick and shoots to the far corner. It's very hard for goaltender to get to that ball. Good shot. But again, as Mark Ford pointed out, where was the backup? Where was the slide? There was no slide on Mangan. He's just too tough not to have a slide on him.
This has to be a stunner. 7-0, Adelphi leading, dominating this game. Again, these two clubs have played each other many times. Adelphi has dominated the series. But earlier this year, Post won, and 2 years ago, Post beat him for the national championship.
Yeah. Again, I'm looking and saying, I'm Post. I beat them before. I'm almost playing not to lose rather than win. It's a different mindset. Where Adelphi's coming in, and they're saying, we're going to beat these guys because we should have won the last time.
Well, right now, Adelphi with 2 minutes and 20 seconds gone in this second quarter with a commanding 7-0 lead. Babb falls, but he